Hello everybody, welcome back to another LEGO room update. This is going to be the third video in the new ongoing series of us rebuilding the LEGO room for a bigger, better layout. So today is a very exciting day because we are going to be moving shelving. It's going to be quite the day, but it's very exciting. I'm so hyped to move all of these shelves that you now see behind me here. So I think we're going to start with the Billy shelves. Those are the ones that hold these awesome Star Wars sets, then some of the Harry Potter sets, Mario sets, the Ecto-1, the new DeLorean, all the brickheads, the vehicles, and also the Batmobilia. So those are going to be the shelves that we're going to move right now. And those are actually going to go along this wall right here. We're going to be able to fit 6 Billy shelves right there, along with one of those half Billy shelves. Then we're going to be able to fit 2 right there in front of the time capsule, 2 right there, and that puts us at 10 Billy shelves. So it's going to be pretty exciting. That's what we're going to start with. Actually, the first thing that I need to do, I said I was going to do it last night and I didn't do it, but I need to vacuum and I also need to Swiffer wet jet this place up so that the floor is nice and clean for those Billy shelves. So that's going to be the first thing I'm going to do. And then I think we're going to start with the Batman shelf or the DC shelf, and that's just going to go right here, and then we're going to continue to move all of these one by one down and along the long wall to start creating our new shelving section here in the LEGO room. It's going to be pretty awesome because once we get these shelves moved, of course, it's going to open up the space for our new table layout as well. One step at a time, one day at a time, let's get started. We're all vacuumed up there, and our first shelf has been moved. Just getting ready to move one of our vehicle shelves. Look at that. Fills up an entire table. Look at that. We got the Porsche, the Ferrari, the Cayenne, the Bugatti, the 911 RSR. Woo! Lots of good Technic cars there. Getting all these sets put back on their shelves there, and look at this. We're already getting ready to move the next one. It's emptied. Got some of our LEGO Creator Expert vehicles here. And look who's decided to come help us. Hey, Luna. Hi. Hello. There you go. She's our helper. With the third shelf moved, this is going like incredibly smoothly right now. It's gonna look so good. I'm so excited. So as we move more and more Billies, we get more and more confident. Just like that. Four down. So the next one we're going to be moving is the Mario Harry Potter shelf just right here behind me. I've actually got 2 workers here helping me. Actually 3 if you include the cat that I picked up and got my shirt all hairy. But my mom's helping me, and also so is Mrs. Bricksie. Pretty exciting stuff. They're a little bit stressed out over moving Lego, so am I. It's always a stressful time, and the only person that's broken stuff so far is me, though. What is it, like 4 or 5 sets have already broken? Put them back together quickly. All right, let's get the next one moved. We just finished moving our first Star Wars shelf. Look at all the space that we open up along the bottom here. A lot of these bottom shelves were just not utilized properly, and some of them were just used as storage. But there's our first Star Wars shelf. Now we're gonna move 2 more Star Wars shelves in here and 2 more right there. So 4 more, and as you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more Star Wars shelves. Perfect. Also, we're gonna be able to fit that half shelf right there with all of our characters and also our Stormtrooper army along that big wall as well. So it just fits like a glove. At least I think it will, so I guess we'll find out. You see that little gap right there? That was supposed to be able to fit our half Billy. It's 2 centimeters off. No! But yeah, I have this shelf right here perfectly lined up with the wall here. Well, it's not right now because I moved it, but it was perfectly lined up with the wall. But it turns out we gotta bring it 2 centimeters over. The problem is that's gonna get in the way of our city tables. And I just came up with, or just found out that we originally measured this room here and we had it clocked in at 275 inches. And, you know, we were calculating based on the PAX units being over there, the bill units over there, and adding up different numbers. And it turns out it's 273 inches, not 275 inches. So some of our measurements weren't precise to the centimeter, but whatever. We're going to make it work. You know, there's a will, there's a way. So we ended up bringing this shelf the 2 centimeters over from the wall that it needed to move. And that allowed us to fit the half billy right here. I know it covers up a little bit of this shelf here, but not too much. You should still be able to see stuff when you walk into the room. And our next step is actually to move the massive PAX units. And we're going to bring one right here. So the room continues to be a disaster. We continue to move things around, such as the campground, blocking our hallway here just to make room for these changes. Whew. So now we're moving the big boy. Woohoo! Beep, 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 beep. Oh, Jose, I thought this was going to work with the electrical cabinet. Oh, it does. Perfect. Sweet. Look at that. It's not a bad little unit right there, hey? Everything is going so smoothly. Woohoo! We just had our first casualty. I was moving one of these billy shelves right here, and I completely forgot about this bulkhead. And the Excelsior has met its demise. Also, the Explorer as well. So both Lego Movie starships are gone. I didn't mean to do that, but I guess we're going to be rebuilding those things in the near future. But anyway, check it out so far. Looks pretty awesome, hey? Woo! Look at that. Now we're going to move the 2 last PAX units over there. Hopefully there's no more casualties. Look at the massive mess we've created in here. Oh my gosh, there's so much white walls. There is so much room down here, I feel. Like when you take away those shelves, this city area looks massive. Like when you consider that this is a massive Death Star set, and over there, way over there, there's a massive Star Destroyer set and also Super Star Destroyer. And then you've got Ninjago over here and the Slave one there. Oh man, there's so much space down here. It's crazy. I can't wait to, you know, start moving some of this stuff around and start building the Lego city. That's going to be awesome. So of course, when you measure a room and there's Lego everywhere and there's shelves everywhere, some of your dimensions get a little bit off by, you know, a couple inches. And we definitely made a few miscalculations when generating the blueprints and ideas for this change, but everything seems to be working out, which is fantastic. So everything seems to be going super smoothly with the shelving. There was one change that we had to do with the city, as we were talking about earlier, but I've come up with some new blueprints for the Lego City table layout, so make sure you stay tuned for that in a future video. And of course, we're not done shelving yet, but I just want to show you what's going on so far, because we've made some serious changes here to the layout and also to the original plans that I wanted to make. So yeah, this is super cool, and I'm really happy with it so far. So the first thing that we decided to do is actually cover up the electrical panel. Now I know that's crazy, but not really, because I have to access my electrical panel maybe once every 3 months at most. I mean, I never blow up a fuse or anything like that, so I never really have to access that. So what we've decided to do is actually cover it up. And I can actually pull this billy out probably, if I remove 5 sets, probably within 5 or 10 minutes. So if I ever have to access it, it's not a big deal. So we've decided to put 2 billies there. And that lines up beautifully with a PAX unit right there, corner to corner. There's a few micro adjustments that have to be made, and we're gonna look to do that here right away. Now, we also have another billy here, another billy here, and you can see that one's at a nice angle there, so you can actually see it. And then pressed up against the back wall, we did a half billy. We're gonna fix this gap here as well. Probably have to screw these billies together, and I just gotta put a piece of wood or something. There's a little bit of an uneven ground situation going there, so I'm gonna straighten out that billy eventually once I get the piece of wood cut and we get that all figured out. And then we've got another half billy right here, just above my large dog, the AT-AT. Typically that would be right there, but once again, I've got to fix the, you know, placement of that shelf just to make it perfect. Also, you'll see a large gap right there. I'm gonna have to shift all of these down just to fill in that large gap once I get it perfectly aligned with the half billy there. A lot of trial and error. Actually, to make this work, I had to pull one of these billies out and relocate it. And we relocated it right over there. Now, originally when I made these designs, I thought that we were going to lose one billy shelf, but it turns out we're not. They actually all fit because of this adjustment right here. You saw the billy on the end. We did 2 PAX units right here, and we actually pulled them away from the wall about 6 inches. And that allowed us to put a nice billy unit right here flush on the edge. And we also pulled this one away from the wall a little bit. It's just leaning up right against that PAX unit. And on the other side of these PAX units, there's another billy. I know this one doesn't really get seen very much. I'm gonna put some different sets in there. I guess when we be looking at the city and we turn the corner, you're gonna be able to see it, so it looks pretty good, right? It looks pretty awesome. It's a little bit, the lighting scenario isn't the best, I should say. And the lighting sort of gets blocked up there. Like, it's super bright up top there. So 2 of our pot lights sort of get blocked by these shelves, but I think that this looks really good. Also, you'll see that we moved the 2 cabinets under here. I installed 4 legs, and we brought our Besta TV cabinets. Originally, I thought we were gonna be able to fit 4. Clearly not. We're only gonna be able to fit 2, and that's a perfect surface for like scenes or larger sets like the Millennium Falcon or anything we want, really. So that's awesome. So I'll probably move the Falcon. I'm going to move the AT-AT. I'm going to fill in some of this stuff here because we need to start moving a lot of this stuff back in spot just to clear the space, because obviously to build new tables, I'm going to have to make room in here somehow. I have no idea how I'm going to be able to make enough room to accommodate, you know, the new tables and changes. Oh, it's going to be a nightmare. So I'm going to have to get everything that I can back on the shelves. I'm going to do that right away here. And I'm probably going to have to stack these on top of one another, push them against that, or against that shelf there, probably run 2 or 3 tables in this area, and then start transferring some of the stuff from this room over here, or this portion of the room over here, onto those tables over there, so that we can clear up some space here, so we can start making some space. Also, I need to spend a day probably just going around, cleaning up, putting things in a neat and tidy fashion, stacking some of this stuff a bit neater and tidier, using the under table space, and starting to clean all this stuff up, getting those vehicles away, shifting some of this stuff around, building some more tables in these random areas here so that we can start to clear some of this stuff. So I've got a lot of work ahead of me here, but right now, I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm gonna worry about that in the next few days. Right now, let's try and make this place look as pretty as possible. All right, my friends, welcome to the new and improved Lego room. Obviously, it's not done yet, but wow, look at how incredible that looks right when you walk into the room. Obviously, a bunch of the stuff has to be shuffled around and reorganized, grouped together. Minifigs have to be stood up, shelves have to be filled up, and things just have to move around and eventually over time look better than they do now, but this is just a process, right? I really like the way that we have like this little nook in here. I think it's fantastic. We will be covering up this sheet of plywood back there with some aluminum, just screw it right in there so it's a white background. Got our buildable characters there, or buildable figures I should say, our AT-ATs, all the brick heads, the UCS AT-AT, the characters, and it's just like a whole bunch of stuff, right? I think it looks pretty good. Like I said, the positioning of all of the sets on the shelves as they are now probably will change. Of course, we've got our Millennium Falcon right here. Looks pretty amazing. Big Ben, some Batman vehicles down there. I think all of our holiday stuff right here. Some boats. The UCS Star Destroyer, Super Star Destroyer. All the helmets up top there. Some Star Wars stuff here. Probably want to group all the Star Wars stuff eventually. Probably have it maybe right when you walk in. Probably Star Wars, 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 Star Wars. Then this will be everything that's different. However, with that said, some of the UCS stuff has to stay in here. So obviously there's going to be some Star Wars stuff there as well. But I can use this shelf and probably be able to fit one more large set on here. Or like I said, we could build a diorama on there. The Lego room is obviously still a mess. I did a bunch of cleaning up. We've got a whole bunch of space open here and then a whole bunch of space open on that back table over there. Where do we go from here? Well, we've got to get ready for the tables. So in the next update, we're going to be cleaning up and we're going to be taking apart our amazing amusement park. It has to be taken down in order to make space to bring the new tables in. And we want to convert it to mills anyway, so it's got to come down just like the downtown core. So I'm going to have to take away all the base plates and stuff like that and then just have the rides and the buildings left over. So all the trees, the go-kart track, all the tiled areas, all the fountains, all the detail work that we worked so hard on has to go away. And so does the detail work, and also like the boat docks and the beach. All of this stuff has to be taken apart so that we can condense it, sort of like what we did with the downtown core. So this stuff becomes easier to move around when we go about creating the tables. But the shelving looks incredible. We've been working on this for 3 days now, right? Yeah, I think it's 3 days. Has it been 3 updates? Yeah, I think it's 3 updates now. So yeah, 3 days to get all of these changes done. Pretty good. I mean, we moved the residential, we moved everything, and we moved all of the shelving. But yeah, I can't wait to continue tinkering with the displays. Obviously, not my top priority to make these displays beautiful right now. My top priority is to make room for the tables that are going to be built and inserted into the Lego room down here. That's my top priority. Making this perfect, very low on the totem pole. We're going to have to move all this stuff, set up the tables over here, fill this area up with all the stuff so we can make room and part out a whole bunch of stuff. So that's what's happening next. Everybody, let us know what you think of the new and improved shelving area here in the Lego room. I can't wait to build the Lego City section. This is incredible. I am so happy with it. Remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff, and farewell.